Happy Monday, my fellow posers, and welcome to the video about Cincinnati death metal band Scab Hag. But first of all, what is a hag? I will tell you exactly what it is. It's this Dave Mustaine-looking lady from the board game Talisman who curses you because she can, because that is her function. If you draw her card, it states, "Cursed by a hag, follower. You must take her as a follower. All other followers immediately leave you. Discard them. You may have no other followers until you rid yourself of the hag by visiting the village mystic, even if he ignores you. You may then discard her." Now that's quite the story arc. First you have to make a priority of discarding everybody else in your life for this hag, and then you have to go on a quest to discard her. There's an obvious divorce joke to be made here, but I don't feel like cracking it right now.
My ex-wife still misses me, but her aim is getting better!
What I instead feel like doing is asking the question, what would the hag be like if her entire personality revolved around scabs? And where would she live? Where would she come from? Where would she go? Where did you come from? I think we can find the answer in Scab Hag's 2021 EP, Pustulent Perversions. The track listing is as follows: Moore's Incipit, Communal Consumption, Baptized in Bogs of Bile, Homicidal Hex, and Leached. They also released a new single last October, and that one is simply called Arachnoid.
And Arachnoid will be the soundtrack for the rest of this video.
Let's go ahead and pull on our hiking boots and grab some water to take a hike through the world of the Scab Hag's bog. Many people think that the water is especially important due to an old hiker's myth that if you do not drink water, you will die. And if you do not survive, if you fail to survive, then death will begin. Hence, the intro track, Moore's Incipit. This is a nice slushy intro to the piece, which informs us that we will be moving as fast as we can in this bog, with our boots sticking to the muck filled with green, purple, and yellow remains of human flesh and the Baltimore Ravens. Communal consumption begins with an a cappella warning that there may be inbred scum in these parts who are trying to impress Gordon Ramsay with their feast upon the dead. But they're all out of lamb sauce and they have their eyes on you as a suitable replacement.
Well, what the fuck does it look like I'm doing right now, Gordon?
It all devolves into a rather messy scene of cannibalistic tendencies, but don't worry, they are sure to follow the outdoorsman's code of leaving no trace. Then for the few that survive the communal consumption, we have Baptized in Bogs of Bile. At this point, Scab Hag invites us to step inside of the swamp where we will find a boggy mire. Sounds like we're really going to get our steps in now. The nearest mire to me is several states away. This bog, this thing, it is filled with bile, it purges us like fire, and all who enter it are consumed by its desire. Look far enough into the depths of this abomination and you will find there a god who is willing to embrace you as one of his own pus-filled abominations. Now, finding God in nature is nothing new. Some may even say that not drinking enough water can lead to that sort of thing. You know, but before it leads to death. But it is seldom that one's newfound religion involves baptism in a vial of Arby's sauce and vomit. So that journey that Scab Hag is taking us on has become even more colorful still. But sometimes life's most triumphant moments can quickly sour. As we move further into the bog, we find the dilapidated housing of the Blair Bog Witch. I am sure that this can only end well. After she lures in hikers with her promises of gumdrops that I can only assume are made of snot, she begins work on her homicidal hex. This is a hex which causes the subject to commit brutal murders in her name. Good luck presenting that alibi in court. You would think that if you had the power to hex people like that you would do it to bring something better into the world than how to make a murderer. Why not instead use a hex to make the subject sing 6 Feet Under songs in perfect pitch? Finally, we get to the song Leached, which was also released as a single. This song is a point-by-point explanation of how leeches enjoy basically feasting on hikers and the like. Can't say that I feel especially bad for the hikers in this situation. You would think that at some point between being waist-deep in bird and human bog pieces and arriving at the hex house, you would have realized that you hadn't brought enough bug repellent. Leeches are bugs, right? Anyways, that pretty much takes us through all the bogs and bogs and swamps. Humps. The wetlands. Through the wetlands of Pustulent Perversions. And I for one look forward to whatever the next nature hike from Scab Hag may look like. So let's give them the highest and only rating that we have discovered here at the Average Poser, a solid good out of 10. Of course, you can find a link to their Bandcamp in the description. This has been Bmonday 14, Scab Hag. Go ahead and like and subscribe even if you didn't like it. And be sure to tell your friends and family about it as well. Otherwise, I'm going to have to appease the algorithm with 75 videos about 5-Finger Death Punch. I would love to hear Wallace Shawn say Pustulent Perversions. Like, Pustulent Perversion, 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 Perversion.
Her aim is getting better.